Alright. Happy Thanksgiving, dude. It's fucking Thanksgiving Day. We're probably gonna go for a little shorter run for the old holidays. It's also a good, let's look, 25 degrees. Whoa, hype. Today we're energized again by Celsius. You already know, I always get a Celsius. Never miss with, you can just never miss without a Celsius. Like, I don't get, people always tell me, they're like, those are so bad for you. I don't care. Like, look at me. And and this is what I wanted to get to, is like, 2 years ago is the first time I did a very bad drug, which was acid. So I went from, doing all these drugs and, living in a bad spot to fucking something. And that's why I can push myself so hard, is I know what the bottom feels like. So once you know what the bottom feels like, it's like, fuck, you don't ever want to go back. And I was thinking about this just before I started the video. I was like, man, my run yesterday sucked. Like, really did suck, because the first 5 miles, I knew it, because I can call it every single time, were an extreme amount of pain. And then once you tell your body that you're not gonna give up, and your mind is just dead set, like tunnel vision, like nothing fucking matters, like it's just this, and everything around you is just black, like it's just tunnel vision on your goal. And once you tell your body that, it starts to realize that you're not gonna quit, and you're just gonna keep going and going and going. So it starts blocking off those pain receptors, so you could just keep pushing. So I've noticed by the end of the run, I was a lot loose, and I felt a lot better. I was just fucking in the zone. So once you get into the zone, and you'll realize when you get into the zone, because your mind is fucking rock hard. Like, I like to explain it as, like, I'm a different person. Like, right now, I'm Diego. I mean, I'm Chewy. Everyone calls me Chewy. That's my nickname. I'm, like, this fun guy that, like, I'm happy. But when I get to Diego, it's, like, no one's fucking beating that dude. Like, genuinely, I'm just saying that, like, that guy will go to fucking million years of distance. Like, he will, like, never give up. And he will push himself. When I get to Diego, it's just like, fuck, man. You can't even talk to me. I'm so locked in. I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm just going through thoughts and thoughts and thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. And I'm just pushing and pushing and pushing. So that's what I want to explain, is that you get into a zone that, like, not many people can push themselves to get to, but it's not hard to get to it. You just gotta push yourself. And nowadays, not a lot of people push themselves. So if you just even push yourself a little bit more than a regular person, you'll be a little bit more successful than that regular person. I have no doubt in my mind, as I've said many times before, that I'm gonna be very successful in whatever I do. And this is where it starts. It starts right here. It doesn't start, a couple years from now. You shouldn't just wait until it's the right time, because when you wait to the right time, it's the wrong time. Just start it. Even if you're not prepared, even if you don't know what you're doing, just do it, and you'll figure it out while you're in your waters. I like to think of it as, like, if you don't know how to swim, just fucking hop in the water. You'll figure it out. If you're in a life or death situation and you just, like, tumble in the water and you don't know how to swim, you're gonna figure out how to keep yourself afloat for a long time. You might not figure out how to swim, but you might figure it out in the long run. It just takes time, and effort. So how bad do you really want it? Do you want it kind of bad, or do you want to fucking be something that no one thought you could ever be? Do you want to be the greatest, or do you want to be that guy? He's pretty successful in this town. Or do you want to be fucking known by everybody in the world as this guy who's something that they'll never be? So you choose where you want to be today. And then you got to do it the next day. And then you got to do it the next day and the next day and the next day. And it's it's a repeated cycle, and it drives you crazy. Like Connor said it best. Conor McGregor, he says Picasso went insane when he did his art because he was so dedicated. And that is the best way to put it. You get so crazy because you start realizing things that nobody else realizes. You start seeing things that nobody else sees, and you start understanding things that nobody else understands. And you become insane because you're trying to tell these people that, like, dude, this is how you need to do it. You need to put 100% of your effort. You need to be dedicated to something. You need to have a want for something, and that's how you love life. And that's how you're truly happy. You're not happy when you play your video games. You're not happy. You're just distracting. If you want, a lot of people chase after short-term happiness, and some people are like short-term happiness is better than long-term. Wrong. You want long-term happiness. You want to be as happy as long as possible. You don't want to be happy for a little bit. That fucking, when I snack late at night, which is not really snack, it's actually my meals, but it feels like I do, I feel like a bitch. But right then and there, it feels good. But the next day I wake up and I'm like, God damn, I look at my stomach and it's bloated, whatever. That's short term. When I, don't eat at night, I'm like, oh, my stomach hurts, I need to eat something. But I push through it, and I wake up the next day, I'm like, oh, I look at my stomach, I feel good for the rest of the day. So what do you want? Long-term or short-term happiness? You choose. All right, we're back in the same spot. I didn't record while I was on my run because I was fucking in the zone. Did a little 5 mile. Dude, holy shit, dude. Like, it's 26 degrees outside, and I'm fucking freezing. And it's also, at least, I would say, 25 mile an hour winds, 21. It sucked. I couldn't breathe. Like, I wasn't used to having like cold wind I just couldn't, like, in my mouth, I couldn't breathe. And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. So I just like, just run one lap. Like, it's just, sorry, I squatted. Oh, it's just one lap and test it out. And then that one lap took to 4 because it takes a half mile to get there, and then I run a loop 4 times. And then I run back, that's 5 miles. So I was like, just run one lap. And then I was like, you know what, just run another one. Maybe just do a 5K. And then I was like, you know what? I remembered what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for God coming into my life and saving me from where I was. So I said, this one is for you. And that pushed me to run just 2 more. Just 2 more. But in that 2 more, I was not excited to be there. I didn't want to be there, and it sucked. It reminded me when I ran my ultra marathon that I did not want to be there. I was doing this for my legacy. So it matters how bad you want it. And I wanted it bad enough that I wasn't going to quit. So ask yourself what you're truly thankful for. And when you really can come up with what you're really thankful for, you'll feel it. You'll feel it in your, you'll feel it. You'll know right away. So this is going to be a little shorter video. I'm going to have Thanksgiving dinner with my family and go see some people that that are pretty much family to me. So put your hard work in and don't ever give up. And be thankful that you're here right now and you're able to work.